Hello and welcome to my, I don't even know what to call it, review blog. I own a little computer store called Little Computer Shop, in with the little advertising there. See all the neat little colors? The curtains are actually going to be changed. There's going to be some decals on there. See my sign? I actually have two signs because I bought the wrong size sign. Because I'm a genius, and there's a bunch of stock there, and all my computer crap and all my toys. See this little test bench? I'm going to show this on every single review. Look at my test bench. It's kind of average stuff on there. But okay, whatever. I'm going to be doing a review on everything that I have in here slowly. Moving on to the thing I just bought. My Ikari Steelseries Ikari laser mouse. Says pro gaming. Ooh, I'm a pro gamer, right? Alright, so now one thing that I like about the box is that it's thin. Now, being a retailer, no one else is going to give a crap about this, but me being a retailer, I actually like the fact that it's thin, because then I can actually put a whole bunch of them next to each other like little books. So that's one nice thing about the box. But who cares about the box, because it's the product that everyone cares about. I'm not going to open up the box, because really you can look at other people to do opening reviews, because like that really matters. Alright, so point number one, it looks like it's a left-handed mouse, doesn't it? Oh yeah, no, that's not right. It's actually meant to be. It's actually not meant to be used like a, here, see, I have another mouse, my old mouse. Well, I'm actually switching back to it, which you will find out at the end of this review. I have the MX Revolution, and I'm a huge fan of Logitech, and I've been recently very, very willing to try other products in order to kind of maybe give them a chance. But I'm starting to realize now that Logitech, their high-end stuff, nothing so far can compete with it. Even the higher-end, SteelSeries, Razer, and the Microsoft garbage. I don't like Microsoft very much. So anyway, so one thing that you may notice about this is that, for me at least, I am the type where I like to arch my fingers a little more and use the tips of my fingers more. This mouse is designed for, it doesn't really work like that, it's designed for you to lay your hand almost flat on it, right? So it's kind of a bit of a nice feature. It all depends on your personal preference. I personally prefer the higher arch kind of mice, and I'm actually going to be buying now. I've decided I'm selling this, and I'm going to be getting the new version, the MX Performance mouse, I think it's called. And so I'm actually going to be benchmarking this against this guy, because this one is my little. I've had this thing for like 3 years or something, and I love it. So this mouse now, it's actually connected to my computer, so I'm not going to press too many buttons. But as you can see, you have the little DPI indicator. Doot, doot. See? Yeah. Very exciting. Not really. And okay, now I'm probably going to splice these two little sections together because a customer just walked in. Alright, so back to the mouse. So I'll be quite honest. I read reviews on this mouse that it was, ooh, so high quality and it feels really high quality, and no, it doesn't. Okay, this thing feels like high quality. The key presses on this thing feel very, very sharp and very strong and very clean. It has that awesome mechanism which allows you to either use a scrolly thing or click it in, depending on how you set it, and then spin it. It's not on right now, so I don't want to, mess with it. This thing is programmable, so I use it as look at my desktop, and then I have these two buttons, and then of course there's this one which I actually never use. No one ever uses this thing, Logitech, really. They removed it on the new one, and they added a new button, which is like this turns into a button on the new one, which I'm really excited about. Anyways, but they're taking away the clicking. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. So with this thing, it's very light. It feels like it's empty, which is kind of nice. But I like the weight of this one. So this one doesn't come with any weight options. As you can see, it has like a little profiler, which is kind of useless. So this thing has a button, and as you can see, I actually have it as look at my desktop. See? Hey, Little Computer Shop. Oh, red flag deals. Little Computer Shop. Anyways, and then so this thing is the changing for the DPI, which I don't think that I'll be using very much because I don't play first-person shooters that much. I'm a World of Warcraft kind of guy, or I guess Dragon Age Origins, etc., etc. The front and back buttons, I don't know, can you hear that? It sounds cheap, but why? Because it feels cheap. Yes, that's right. The scrolling of the scroll thing, can you hear that? That's the sound of a cheap scrolling piece of plastic, crappy thing, right? Yes, that's a word. And so, or a sentence. And so, I mean, that's, cheap, 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 very light, no weight options, and really it's wired. So it's, that was one thing, that's one of the reasons why I bought this thing, because I was kind of getting tired of this thing cutting out once in a while. I just need a new mouse. And I have so much interference from all this wiring here and like, you know, cell phones and all this kind of stuff. Hey, do you see my iPhone? I like my iPhone. Anyways, so the other thing too, that's, I mean, I guess maybe to talk about a couple of nice things. The positioning, actually, it makes sense to have the second mouse longer than the first mouse, because unlike some, you know, maybe physically handicapped people who have their like, you know, middle finger chopped off, so maybe some war veterans, it's actually longer. You know, it's actually a proper fit. This button should be longer than that button. Why hasn't anybody done this? I don't know. See, look at this one. See? It's shorter for some reason. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it hasn't really bothered me, but this just simply is logical. Logitech, logical. Anyways, so, hey, look, window washer guy. Say hello to window washer guy. Window washer guy is waving at you. He doesn't even know it. Anyways, so, I guess to sum it up, this thing feels cheap, okay? I mean, yes, this thing is like almost 50% more in terms of price, but I don't care because people are saying that this thing feels high quality, etc. No, it doesn't. For the price, it's a little bit expensive, to be quite honest, for what it is. It's light, doesn't have any weights, it feels kind of cheap, the scroll feels cheap, the buttons feel cheap, and it only has like 2 buttons. I can't even program that button. Only 2 buttons plus the button on top here. I don't really like this mouse. I'm going to sell it to somebody for really cheap, and I'm going to probably sell this one used, actually, because I'm going to be buying the new MX Performance. So that's my review of this thing. Kind of crappy. I'm not going to give it a rating or anything like that, but my rating is kind of crappy. Thanks for listening and watching, and I'll be talking to you soon with my next reviews. Bye.